Hi everyone, welcome to SRB Academy of Accounts. Here all my preparations and presentations are only an exam point of view. Follow my regular classes and get more marks in your semester exam. Subject: Corporate Accounting, Chapter Liquidation of Company, Class 6. Dear students, and today we are going to discuss yet another important problem for your examinations. Without delay, we move on to the today's session. Yes, question number 6. The K Limited went into voluntary liquidation on 30/10/1991. The information is given below in the balance sheet as on the date. Liabilities, amount, assets, amount. I start with from liability side. 2000 equity shares of 100 each, 2 lakhs. 6% debentures, 1 lakh. Mortgage on loan, the secured on machinery, 50,000, the secured creditors. And Sunday creditors is given 1,50,000, total liability 5 lakhs. Now we move on to the asset side. Land and building 1,40,000, machinery 60,000, stock 1,22,500, debtors 1,10,000, cash 2,500, profit and loss account 65,000. What is the total? 5 lakh rupees. Okay, next. Another information. Sunday creditors include 6,000 payable as a preferential creditors. Here how much are Sunday creditors? 1,50,000. Out of 1,50,000, 6,000 we are going to consider as a preferential creditors. And what about remaining balance? 1,44,000 we are going to take it as a unsecured creditors. Okay. Assets realized as follows. Land and building 60,000, machinery 63,500, stock 90,000, debtors 40% of the book value. So here how much debtors is given? 1,10,000. Out of 110, 40% we are going to be realized. And liquidation expenses amounted rupees 1,800. Liquidator remuneration 3% on assets realized including cash, and 2% on the amount paid to the unsecured creditors including preferential creditors. So in this problem is given including preferential creditors. So otherwise in default we are going to consider as a always including preferential creditors. A debenture holders were paid on 31/12/1991 along with 2 months interest. So when the company went into liquidation 30/10/1991, so all liabilities are settled on 31/12/1991. So along with the 2 months interest we are going to pay. They prepare the liquidator's final statement of account. See here, mortgage of loan, the secured on machinery how much? 50,000. Machinery we realize 63,500. So what is the difference of amount? So the excess 13,500. The excess amount we called as a surplus. Now we move on to the liquidator final statement. In liquidator final statement, you always start with the remuneration, the calculation of working note. Okay. So here note 1, calculation of liquidator remuneration. 3% on amount realized, 2,10,000. So out of assets realized, 3% 6,300. And 2% amount paid to the preferential creditors. The total creditors given 1,50,000. Out of 1,50,000, 6,000 is preferential is given. Okay, 6,000 into 2% how much? 120. 2% amount paid to the unsecured creditors. Dear students, here you know how much the unsecured creditors? 1,44,000. So total Sunday creditors given 1,50,000. Out of 150, 6,000 preferential creditors. The remaining 1,44,000 unsecured creditors. You know the values. First, you find at the time of payment to the unsecured creditors, we have a sufficient or insufficient value. Okay. So how we are going to find? So with help of liquidator final statement. Okay. Now write down the heading liquidator final statement. You make divide the 6 column. Receipt, amount, payment, amount. Okay. Start with the debit side. To assets realized, land and building 60,000 is given, stock 90,000, Sunday debtors 40% of book value. So debtors 1,10,000. Out of 1,10,000, 40%, 44,000. Okay, cash 2,500, and find the total 1,96,500. So here secured creditors we have surplus. So realized value 63,500, We have to pay liabilities how much? 50,000. So what is the difference? 13,500. The 13,500 we consider as a surplus. Find the total, 2,10,000. So this is the total assets realized. And find the total, 2,10,000. So this is for total assets realized. So out of 2,10,000, 3% on assets realized how much? 6,300. Okay. Now we move on to the payment side. One by one. See, legal charges. We didn't have. We move on to the liquidation expenses. Given 1,800 and liquidator remuneration. So we are going to find at the end. Now debenture holders, how much we paid? 1 lakh. And interest on debentures, the 2 months. We are going to settle 2 months interest on debenture. The interest 2 months. How we are going to find out? 6% is given. So out of 1 lakh, what about 6,000 for 1 year? And what about 2 months? So 6,000 into 2 by 12,000 rupees. Okay. By preferential creditors, 6,000. By unsecured creditors, we are going to find the balance. So in this problem, you know unsecured creditors how much? 1,44,000. So how? The Sunday creditors is given 1,50,000, 6,000 including that preferential. So what is the balance? 1,44,000. At the time of payment to the unsecured creditors, whether you check we have sufficient or insufficient of amount. And now here see what is the total realized? 2,10,000. So out of 2,10,000 you deduct so far what you made a payment one by one. Okay. So 2,10,000 minus 1,800. So liquidator remuneration as of now we calculated how much? 6,300 out of assets realized, 120 out of preferential creditors. The both value also you deduct out of 2,10,000. Followed by you deduct 1 lakh and followed by what about 1,000 you deduct and 6,000 you deduct and find the balance. How much balance we have? 94,780. How much? 94,780. At the time of settlement to the unsecured creditors, we have a balance value 94,780. See, you have sufficient or insufficient value? Insufficient. So what we have the 94,780, just to apply the percentage is given 2% paid to the unsecured creditors. So 2 by 102. So 1,858. And now find the total of remuneration, liquidator remuneration 8,278. So this amount we transfer to the liquidator final statement. Here 8,278. Once again, out of 2,10,000, you deduct the payment one by one. So 2,10,000 minus 1,800 minus 8,278 minus 1 lakh minus 1,000 and minus 6,000, and what we are going to have balance? 92,922. So this amount we are going to pay to the unsecured creditors. So as of now we worked out 6 problems in liquidator final statement. So these problems are more enough for your examination point of view. Once you are familiar with all the 6 problems, definitely you will get good marks in the chapter. Okay. Upcoming classes we move on to the yet another important chapter. I hope you understood very well this concept. Please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get the further notification of my new uploads. Thanks for watching.